Digging Deep with CDB. How you doing?
Oh yeah, digging deep. Hey, we need to do a 2 minute while we're here this week, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because let's commit to that.
we will. Okay.
Louie and I were chit chatting away at my God, where were we?
Reno.
Convention or
Reno.
Reno?
Hmm.
And we came up with this concept. It actually came up in conversation. What would you do if you weren't a pro bowler?
Yes.
Remember, we were
yes.
talking about
Mhm.
what some of our other passions were, and of course, you know me, I'm just digging in everything, and we're like, oh my God, you know what I would be? Is a radio disc jockey. I loved being on the radio when I was in college. We had our own top 40 hits. What do you call it? Show for 2 hours, and we'd give tidbits about the hottest songs that were playing.
Mhm.
So Louie and I came up with the concept that I'm going to do a little show called CDB, Digging Deep.
Digging Deep with CDB, and we want to go, and we want, I think what we should do on that show is, I want some stuff out of you that people haven't heard before.
Okay.
Whether it's about life, whether it's about raising a daughter,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's about having a husband like Dell, whether it's about
Ah!
watch it. Okay, so, but anyway,
Okay.
just and really,
You got it.
and somebody who's been successful in life, and just, but a lot of people, we talk about bowling all the time, we talk
Mm-hmm.
about bowling balls all the time, but just some things that some tips from you that you don't talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
About life, and I just think that would be so cool about. Being a good role model and working for the USBC and being on top of the game for all these years like you've been doing, and having a cool sister and having a cool
Yep.
bowling family and just some stuff like that,
Okay.
I think the
Cool.
world needs it.
I
think,
do too.
I think any type of positive message we can get out there right now is good.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you bring that up because it always relates around bowling. There's something that was life changing. But I gave a little talk last night to the bowl group, and it was about coaching throughout your life and how you're just surrounded by it. And it's funny. Have you ever had that moment? And you usually have more than one throughout your lifetime. But can you think back to that where that one something happened with either your mom and dad or a friend that your decision was either going to be a really good decision or it was going to be a really bad decision, and it was going to change your life? Have you had that?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
Well, mine, just talking about that, was there's many, but one that was really defining to me was my mom and dad, very passionate parents. My mom was very driven, was in politics, councilwoman. So, it was all about working hard, having your goal. You need to have how are you going to get there? And I wasn't a very good high school student. So when I graduated high school, I went to a community college. I'll try to make this quick. Are we on a time limit?
No.
And I went to a community college for a year and a half. And when I got done with community college, I looked at my mom and I said, "Mom, I'm going to go away to school." And my mom proceeded to look back at me and say, "You're not a very good student. I don't think college is for you. I don't think you're going to make it." I said, "No. I'm going to finish out another half semester at community college, and I'm going to go away." And she said to me, "Okay, when you decide to go away, you're going to have to apply for student financial aid." Okay, sure. So fast forward, I get accepted, whatever, and here's the life-altering moment. I get accepted. I got scholarship money. I got some student loans.
Mhm.
Got all that done. And I took my parents to dinner. And I looked at them and I said, "I've been accepted. I want to go to West Texas State." And my mother looked right at me and said, "I will buy you a one-way ticket. I will take you there. But there will be no calling home crying. There will be no telling me you hate it. There will be no, I've got to come home. I can't hack school." She says, "One-way ticket. When you're done in May, I'll buy you another one-way ticket to come home. And if you absolutely hate it, you don't have to go back." But now here's the thing. At the time I went, wow, she's brutal. She's mean. But honestly, you know what? It was one of those moments where I'm either going to commit to it
Right.
or I'm not, because I wasn't an extremely good student. So this was going to be life altering.
Right.
There was no running down there for a few months, coming back, and mom and dad will take care of me.
Right.
And honestly, to this day, I thank God every day that she was that hard on me. And really, at the time, I thought it was hard. Now I'm thinking, oh my God, it was so great that she did that to me, because I did. I had to commit. And as it turned out, I turned around. I was on the dean's list, and I graduated with like a 4.0 grade. I mean, I was a
You were all in.
fantastic college student.
Digging
and
deep.
I was digging deep. But you know what? That's one of those moments where your parents kind of
There was
do
the first
things you think are
episode
mean.
right there.
They were digging
was the-
deep right there.
You know, and I'm friends with one of your best friends, Tammy Turner.
Yep.
And she would, and I before I got to know you very good, I watched you bowl for many years, but I didn't really know you. But I think probably that story of you're telling me that right now, the tenacity that you have on the lanes, and Tammy would always, because I always thought you were really nice. I think you're nice.
Silly boy.
Yeah, but when you were on the lanes, man,
Silly.
you like the tenacity and the like, whoa. And
I mean,
I don't think you're mean, but you're just digging deep. You're all in, and that has to come from that story that you just said about your mother.
Yeah.
Tough love. You know?
It is. And you don't like it all the time. I mean, parents make decisions. Now that I'm a parents make decisions not to hurt you,
Right.
and not to make your life miserable.
Right.
We just don't know it at the time that 10 years down the road, you're going to be so thankful I
Right.
did this for you.
Right.
But you don't see it at the time. And truly, that was a choice for me at that moment. I'm all in,
Right.
or I got to back out, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do. And I
Right.
didn't. And thank God and it is. I'm committed to everything that I'm a part of. And that's just something, you can't teach people that either.
No.
You can't teach people to be passionate about something. Passion comes from within, and everybody's passionate about something.
Sure.
You're passionate about bowling. You're passionate about filming. Live stream. I mean, you're passionate about a lot of things, and you can't teach someone that. But it comes from within, and then you can't change. I can't change who I am when I bowl. It's 1,000%. I'm there to win.
Right.
Don't really care that you're telling me I can't, because I know I can.
Right.
And I'll figure it out. And
Right.
that's like with everything I do. And yes, with my school, with my job, with Roto Grip, with modeling my new attire. No, I'm being silly there, but
Yeah, right.
it is. I do. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it can be a little bad. And you mentioned my husband, Del. I mean, thank God I have him, because he's so low key and, hey, Carolyn, just come on, accept it, and move on. He's just so.
Look at this new ball.
But yeah.
Look at this new ball.
Ooh.
Hey.
Look
Wow.
at this new ball.
Where
This
are
is
you?
the Rumble.
And we just happen to
Rumble.
have
That's mine.
the Roto Grip staffer, Carolyn Dorin Ballard. Now, have you had a chance to throw that one?
Come here, Mike. Let me see. Come
Here.
here. Come on over here. Wait, hold
We'll
on.
rumble it up.
Come on over here.
Yep. All right. Yep. Just punch me. Look at this ball, though. This is a pretty ball.
It's awesome, and it's they
Talk-
all roll really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Love
is the new entry level piece. Well, no, I shouldn't say entry level, as I got to get my terminology right. This is in the wrecker line.
Yes,
The wrecker was a great value added ball.
for the action.
And we saw Jason win last night with it. And now this comes with a little bit of a more sanded finish. It comes dull out of the box. But this ball is going to be a great complement to the wrecker. When the wrecker's maybe a little too skid flippy and you can't start with it, you'll start with this guy.
Evens it out a little bit
Go
more.
right to the wrecker.
Correct. The
Right.
thing is, too, even though that's got that finish on it, don't be fooled that you have to shine it up or anything. Throw it out of the box, because that finish, although it's sanded, is a smooth sand finish.
Yes.
So it's not as gritty as you really think. So I would try to throw it out of the box first,
Right.
and then obviously adjust the surface as you need it. So
And
Yep.
probably one of the big things about the cover stocks, and especially the Roto Grip cover stocks right now too, it used to be when we were growing up bowling, we're about the same age, you would see a dull ball like that and you would think automatically that thing's going to hook at your toes. But
Right.
now with these new surfaces, they don't necessarily do that, even though they look dull.
no, they're actually they're a lot cleaner than
Right.
people think, and that's one of the showcase additives of what these surfaces are, is that even though it's surface, with it being smoother, it still gives you that clean through the front part of the lane, the heads.
Here's the
And then you
look
can
what I
adjust
got here.
accordingly.
This is
Oh, how
this
pretty.
this is the guts of the ball. This is what makes this ball do
Tick.
what you need it to do. Because what happens is, depending on how you drill this thing, all right, what happens is it's going to roll a certain way. It's a symmetrical piece, which means it's the same all the way around, as you can see from the weight block. But what happens is this thing's going to begin to wobble in certain spots, and when it does, that's when the track flare begins. And when that track flare begins is when you start to see the ball make a move or want to make a move, depending on where the oil is. And our folks at Storm, I forget the gentleman's name. I'm so new, but the guy that makes these weight blocks, one guy makes these weight blocks and makes them look so pretty. And I'll get an answer for that. Shame on me. But this is amazing. Jack. His name is Jack. I met him. He's a wonderful man when I took the tour. But this is a great look at the inside, the guts of the bowling ball.
Yeah, and you mentioned the symmetrical core, and one of the keys to a symmetrical core, too, is it's very predictable. It's not going to do anything really funky on the lane, so it's going to give you that predictability where you can read it, like you had mentioned, go from the rumble right to the wrecker when that starts to hook a little bit too early. So it's a great complement. Symmetrical cores are very easy to play with and really match up to many ball rolls.
That's right. So that's your new Rumble guts. You've seen the ball. It's a great looking piece in the Roto Grip line.
I don't know. It'll look nice next to my hair because I got some red highlights going.
We could do
so
that.
The orangey red will look good. Uh-oh. My other counterpart in crime coming up here.
Who's that?
You.
Oh. I knew the answer to that. So, Bowl
what?
Expo,
Yes.
we're here. We're
Yes.
just hanging out right here, you and me.
Just
CDB and MWF hanging out.
hanging out, enjoying the scenes, watching that. I mean, a lot of people here in the Roto Grip and Storm booth. A lot of people. That's a good thing to see. A lot of options. We got a lot of new bowling balls out on the market. So, and once again, may I say again, and my awesome new jacket and apparel.
That is
That
nice.
you-
Can you get up?
actually
Can
is
you get
nice,
up and
isn't it?
show everybody this thing?
Yes, my jacket.
Can you model this thing?
Yeah, and I'll.
Louie, can you zoom out a little bit?
And I'm
I
gonna
want
wear.
I want Carolyn to stand up, model this jacket. Mike, you can have a headset now.
And I'm gonna wear my new shirt.
All right, let's get a
that
look
we
at
can
this.
see.
Let's get a
So,
look at this.
Here you go, Roto Grip, right here.
Roto Grip, there's the front.
Okay.
And it's the new team jacket that
It's the
all
new
Team
team
Roto Grip
jacket.
is going to be wearing out when they're out on the tour.
I am Team RG.
Are those
right
available
here.
now?
Yes, they are.
They're-
Perfect.
On the
I don't.
Storm
I
webpage,
are
they
they? Are they
on
out
the
there?
Roto Grip webpage,
Okay.
Yes, they are. It's called Roto Gear, baby. Roto Gear.
Rotogear.com.
Yep.
Yes.
Rotogear.com.
And they just ordered me a new one, which is going to look identical to this, but I'm going to have CDB on it because, of course,
Yes.
that's who I be.
And
Yeah,
actually, ordering through Rotogear.com, you can have
Yes.
your name custom put on it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So
Okay.
we give you a lot of options, as a matter of fact.
There you have it. The honey badger,
The-
as Randy has told
the
me.
Honey Badger. Yes, Randy gave me that nickname, and all of a sudden on Facebook, I started getting these messages. Did you know Randy Peterson called you a honey badger? I'm not sure that was nice. And I'm like, he called me a honey badger? Then I had to look up the name. I had to find out what it was. I know. So I took it as a compliment.